That's fabulous. And then the surrounding mountains here. And welcome everybody to a new episode. We're here at Glenade Lake, but before we get into that, obviously how did we get here? Check this out. And welcome to another episode. Thank you very much for watching. Today we're heading to Glenade Lake, and we're also going to be taking a look at Eagle's Rock, which is a rock formation. Destination. So we're going to be, that's where we're headed, up that way. We're not already up that way, but sort of around it. That's in the direction that we're headed. Right, this is the town of Manor Hamilton, and we're about 8 minutes away from Glenade Lake, so not much further to go. Off we go. There's an old tower house ruin that's in Manor Hamilton actually. Apparently that's a good spot, so we might catch that on the way back. We'll see how much time we have. Actually just on my right over here, and if you're seeing it on the it's right over there. Anyway, onward. The lake is in that direction there. You can't see it because of all the trees, but we're coming up to it shortly. Great to be at a quiet spot now that we're off the main road. Man, jeez, that wind. It's like this constant buffeting wind, and it almost sounds like, it sounds loud, but you probably can't even hear it on the actual recording. Anyway, here we are, and there's nobody around. Just my sort of thing. Right, we're here at Glenade Lake. Why are we here? Well, there's an interesting legend from 1722. There was apparently a local girl who got killed by a sort of fabled monster that came out of the lake, and her family managed to hunt down this creature and slew it. And apparently there was another one that apparently chased them after, obviously, they'd slewed the monster that killed the daughter. And apparently chased them to Ben Bulbin, which is around the corner there. It's around a bit further down that side. And eventually they overpowered it and killed that one too. Now what's interesting is there's a cemetery which sort of creates a certain degree of legitimacy based on the story of this person. And there's a cemetery with a depiction of a sculpture of the actual dog, which I thought was really interesting. And there's a signboard here that actually shows us what the sculpture actually looks like. But interesting. I thought you might like that. Sun's out, which is great. At least it's not too cold. There's no sign of any rain yet either, which is great. Yeah, it's rather quiet here at the moment. There's nobody around, which is great, so it gives me the opportunity to do whatever I like around here. Get the drone out maybe a little bit. But there's a couple of boats over here. Check this out. There's a little bench here, so you can sit and have something to eat while admiring the view. And there's a couple of boats and that obviously belong to the locals. Anyway, here's the information board on Glenade, so let's take a quick look. Right, there we have the map of the area. So we've got Manor Hamilton, that's where we came from. We're now at Glenade, which is over here. There's a couple of interesting spots that we're going to go to on other videos. Failte Falls and Loch Melvin. There's a lovely viewpoint there, which is I'm definitely keen for us to go there and take a look. We were at Glencar. Glenade Lake is associated with the local legend, which we've been through, and if we have a look here, that is what it supposedly looks like, or the carving of the creature that came out of the lake. In case you haven't seen the Glencar waterfall, not to be missed, I'll put a card up there on the screen, and it'll be at the end screen as well. So I'm going to get the drone out now. We'll see how we get on. I'll see you in a sec. Well, we're all finished now. We're going to head up to Eagles Rock. I just spoke to a local actually, which is great, because she said to me that road is really bad, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Apparently it's all open, which means that there's she said there's sheep around there and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, that's just up my alley. That's grand. So we're going to head up there now. We're going to follow the road round. Hopefully we see some awesome scenery. Thanks for sticking around. Please subscribe, please like, share, and I'll see you shortly. Bad road. Unfortunately, navigation's down. It says there's no service. So, well, you know, the best way to explore is to get lost. Jeez. It's a bit overgrown, just to say that. Looks like there's a bit of rain. Well, we can see the loch there, all the way around. Beautiful mountains at the back, and the road's going to keep going down that way. That is the way we're actually headed to. Some view. Wild sheepy. Might just stop here, get the drone out and have a look around. Unbelievable. How you doing, everyone? Wow, what a stunning place. Check this out. Check this out. Like, it caught me by surprise as I was coming over the top around that side there, and I just looked up to the left and I'm like, whoa. Check that out as well. That's in the distance. That's going to be our destination, is in that direction. And I'm going to get the drone out. See how high we can get this. Got a maximum ceiling limit of 120 meters is the maximum that I can fly in Ireland with the drone, if it's not prohibited area. So 120 meters is as high as I can go. Beautiful. I do believe that is Eagle's Rock over there. Guess we'll have to wait and see if that is true or not. Lovely formation over there, wow. I think there's a left here somewhere. Wow. Well, it takes us to the parking area, I think. There's a couple of signposts around here, so I'll tell you one thing that's probably a good thing is just to make sure you double check the map as well. Just familiarise yourselves with some roads if you're ever doing any motorcycle trips, because obviously you don't really have it at hand. So wow, some really fantastic scenery here. That's the Eagles Rock right there. Well, we just got here at Eagles Rock, right over there. We're going to go, I think the road is this way as well, so I just want to try and see if we can, if we're allowed to go up here to a point maybe with the motorbike. So let's take a look. It says private road ahead. Oh, okay, that's not a good sign. No access, no vehicle access. It doesn't say anything about bikes. It doesn't say anything about bikes, but it says no vehicles. Private road ahead. Well, maybe we'll get the rucksack and see how far we can get. Look at that. Oh, there's a bit of information here about Eagles Rock. Let's take a good look. Okay, located in the breathtaking Dartry Mountains, Eagle Rock is one of the most iconic landmarks in North Leitrim. A haven for walkers and climbers, beautiful landscapes around Eagles Rock help to unveil the hidden stories of the area. The story of Eagles Rock begins over 340 million years ago, at the time period called the Carboniferous. Now, in the previous video I mentioned that all of the rocks that are made up in the Glenade Valley formed during this time, and then the oldest being at the bottom of the valley and the youngest being here at Eagles Rock. The rocks were all deposited in horizontal layers, a bit like a giant birthday cake, with sandstone at the bottom and limestone at the top. One cave in particular is very known from this, Polna Imber. This was located to discover the bones of a number of brown bears and their cubs. These are dated back to about 2000 BC, and it proved that when the first man arrived in Ireland around 8000 BC, they have shared their landscape with the brown bears. Wow, that's interesting. I suppose if you think about the what the continents looked like back then, there was probably a lot of diverse, let's say, animals spread across the continent. So interesting. Brown bears. Initially when I saw that picture I was like, is that there? Anyway, but yeah, that looks so cool. And then we've got Glenade Lake is where we were just at, and Eagles Rock there. This is as far as I'm going to be going. Hiking trail goes all the way up here through there, and I presume it goes off to the left and you work your way around. But that's fabulous. And then the surrounding mountains here. What a fabulous day, actually. Just running a bit out of breath there. Certainly is. It's not a great road, to be fair. Someone's just turned up there with a car. How we doing, everyone? Just tried the drone. Unfortunately, we're in a restricted airspace area here. There's a private, probably air club or something like that in the vicinity, so I'm restricted at the level I can fly. So unfortunately it's not going to happen. Also, just in relation to, I was testing out the lens just to see where the sun is. It's not an ideal shot, but yeah, anyway, but so the best we're going to do is with the GoPro. And there we have it, Eagles Rock, County Leitrim. And wow, what a day. Surrounded with fantastic countryside, mountains. That's where we've just come from, down there where the lake is. I've decided that on the way back we'll stop at Manor Hamilton. We'll go and have a look at that tower house there and add it to the video. But here we go, we're finishing up now. We're gonna head back to the bike, hit the road to Manor Hamilton, and we'll have a look at that tower house. Oh, this is that road that we were on here. Tell you what, you don't want to be coming down here at some speed, because you're just going to slip all over the place. Just taking a quick water break. Because I am hot. It's not the ideal hiking equipment, that's for sure. Hope you're all having a good day. Wow, let me know in the comments below what you're doing. What are you doing at the moment? Whew. It's time to move on to Manor Hamilton, then we'll finish off for the day. So we're heading back basically the way we came. When we turned left towards to go towards the Eagle's Rock, there was a right, which is this one here. So we're going against this mountain here. So we're going to join the main road and then head to Manor Hamilton. I was just thinking, I know this road. Oh, telephone box. Like an old house here. Wow, jeez, wow, that's one really old house. Manor Hamilton. We're just looking for the castle. And here we are. This is it. Castle Street it's called. Okay, we're gonna turn in here. Look at that, see what I mean? It's got the appeal of a castle, but it's got a house. Man, it's actually pretty impressive. This is our first castle we're filming, so how are we doing, everyone? Just inside Manor Hamilton Castle here in the castle grounds. Apparently the castle was built in around 1634 by Sir Frederick Hamilton. The lands were granted to him by the British Crown at the time, and the lands were apparently they were confiscated from the O'Rourkes apparently. And obviously Manor Hamilton, obviously named after the Hamilton family. But interesting inside, you can see fireplaces, there's doorways. I'll show you guys in a sec here. Really interesting building. Apparently in 1652 he apparently wasn't a very good landlord. It wasn't well respected apparently in the community, and apparently they burnt the castle down in 1652. Yeah, and since then it appears to have been in a ruinous state. It's been recently renovated for tourism, but yeah, you can see there looks like probably a window feature, and then we've got through this way here one of the turrets. See some of the looks like that would have probably been the original plaster. What they did was, in a lot of the castle times, was they decorated the interior of the castle with wood, so you had a lot of wood timber effect. So they had the external structure is stone, and then they decorate the inside with wood. That's why you see a lot of these old houses and old castles are basically floor to ceiling in wood. It's an impressive structure there. It's interesting, you can see these sort of I wouldn't say lintels, you can see these sort of ledges all the way through there. Interesting. Wow, lovely window up there too. That would have been a fireplace. You can see where the timber lintels, where they'd actually put the timbers to set up for the next level of flooring, would have been there. That would have been a fireplace as well. Got surrounding walls. It's not bad at all. Let's get going. There's another view from the main street area. So we've got our castle towers there and the house in the middle. Right, that brings this day to a close. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. And wow, what a day it has been. But look, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.